Hey guys, Ben with IncomeOptionsTrading here on Wednesday, February 5th. Hope you guys are doing well. I was up 705 today, another day with all wins. This week has been 100% win rate for me, so don't get that very often, but on kind of a hot winning streak right now, mostly because VIX jumped higher with that big Sunday night, Monday morning fall, and VIX has been falling all week. So even though we've had some bigger moves, I mean, today, market just grinded higher. My short call on the Iron Condor I put on in the morning was 60.70, so it did get within 10 points at the end, but the nice thing about opening it at the beginning is it's got more room to run. So overall, 100% win rate, like I said, opened up the Iron Condor in the morning. VIX was down overnight, but I looked at the reverse iron fly and it was about 20.35. For a 30 wide, so risking over 2 grand to make 1 grand. Didn't like that risk to reward. If we do look, call it 60.25 at the center, 60.55 is what it would have been to me, full profit. So it would have been a full profit today, so that would have been a $1,000 winner if I would have put that on. But I just don't like that 2 grand to risk one. I like more around the 1500, about a 50-50 shot, but with higher VIX you don't get that. So premiums are still pretty high, so I went with the regular Iron Condor instead, put that on. That expired worthless. And then the 1230 trade for the OptionOmega bot, it did not trigger because it didn't meet the parameters. So right at 1230, here's the 5 and the 40. So the 5 EMA was below the 40, so right here it didn't enter it. It did cross above a couple minutes later, so I did put it on. So just a couple minutes after, with the short put at 60.25, and then at 1:30 Central, the 5 EMA was above the 40 EMA, even though we kind of had a little bit of a downtrend. That 5 EMA was above it, so the OptionOmega bot did trigger, and I also put on a trade as well. Both of those actually had the same price, same credit. I actually put mine on just 6 seconds before the OptionOmega bot. So same strikes, same price, and that one was the 60.40 short put. So it was only within 10 points here at the low, but still nothing to worry about. So overall, the last week or so have been real good. If I look at custom and I go through Sunday, we're up over 2 grand, and last week I was down a couple $100, so I am actually doing a lot better. Yeah, so up over 2 grand over the last 2 weeks. Last week was basically a null week. So marching back, still not quite to break even on the account from that January 7th date when I kind of spiraled, had a mental break, broke my plan and did a bunch of bad things. But we are real close. My goal is by the end of February to be back above break even, hopefully sooner than that, but take it day by day. Right now we're on the hot streak. The one thing with trading 0 DTEs, actually, I'll pull up OptionOmega here too. Just give me 1 second here and I'll pull that up. First, here's the bot that I traded. So $100 winner on that. If we go to reporting, I don't know if it'll have today in there. Okay, it does. So I think 15 minutes after it adds it to the report. But it's since I have the short on the or the stop on the short only, it breaks it out as the long and the short separate. So even though it says 50% win rate, it's really 100% win rate, but it's just counting all the long puts that expire worthless as losing trades. So for the OptionOmega bot, about $50 per trade. This isn't really the average winner and average loser isn't completely accurate, because the average winner is going to be a little bit higher because it's only counting the short put that's the winner. The average loser is only the short or the long call. So it's really more around $100 per trade. So if we go into one of these here, we'll just go to this one. So here's the back test for the 130. And this one's pretty steady, but you can see that there's a run up, a streak, and then sideways, a down, a streak up, and then a sideways streak up, and sideways, and then right now it's kind of an uptrend, a little bit of sideways, but we're kind of up on this uptrend. So with the 0 DTE, it's a lot more trendy, a lot more streaky. So you might have a couple months where you're not making a lot of money, but you're going to have some months where you make a lot of the money. So right now it's just the last 3 days have been winning trades, and they've been really good, but you just got to trade them every day. Don't get too high or too low. Just keep the trading plan. And the other thing too is when you're getting all these wins, it's really tempting to trade up in size, and it's really important to not do that, because it seems like, at least whenever I decide, hey, I'm gonna add a couple contracts to this, that's when you get this area here where it's more of a sideways to downtrend. So just staying consistent with sizing, stay the course, and keep trading your trading plan. So yeah, hope you guys had a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.